Ah, my friends, Crimson Coral Cookie. I am super excited to bring you this one in today's episode and guide all about toppings and Beascuits here. So thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, down below you will find the breakdown of Crimson Coral Cookie. We'll give you the Beascuit and toppings of choice as we always do. Go for a run with this particular cookie and pull it all back together in today's episode. Now, if you got a question or comment along the way, do let me know because I love to hear from you. And on top of that, feel free to join us in the Discord server, my friends. All right, so Crimson Coral Cookie, a very popular cookie, a very strong cookie for both PvE and PvP. Highly recommended on top of that, and a just well-rounded one nonetheless. Now, with that said, this is a defense cookie, a frontline cookie. Now, a couple things about this one in particular is this. We do have Somber of Faction. This is a 12-second cooldown. I would say slightly probably quick for a defense type cookie minus Hollyberry, who's got a very fast at least initial strike. On top of that, so a couple things here. Crimson Coral Cookie's sisters will lend their powers to the Crimson Spear, piercing enemies and dealing damage. Afterwards, Crimson Coral Cookie will cast an HP shield to the two allies with the highest attack, so lots of support for attack, excluding herself, equal to the portion of her water type skill damage. If Crimson Coral Cookie is the only cookie in the front line, she and her allies will gain the coral armor buff. Additionally, her coral armor's size and weight will reduce the effect of knockback and flying. When Crimson Coral Cookie is using her skills, she is not affected by attack speed changes and will become resistant to interrupting effects. Spear single hit, 275% of attack. Sea wave damage, 540% of attack. HP shield, 2 cookies with highest attack equal to 85% of total skill damage. For 5 seconds, shield capacity is capped at 50% of target's max HP. Damage resist 30% when alone in the front line, starts with HP shield equal to 15% roughly of max HP, lasting for 15 seconds. Coral armor reflects 30% of incoming damage and damage resist plus 30%. Coral armor ally max HP plus 15% and water type damage plus 15%. Resistance to defense reduction 35% for 12 seconds, stacks up to 1 times. Damage resist plus 25% for 12 seconds, stacks up to 1 time. Crit resist 30% for 12 seconds, stacks up to 1 time. Curse protection removes itself upon acquiring a curse debuff, active for 12 seconds. Whew. As we say, cookies that have a lot of stuff are probably pretty good. Now, Crimson Coral is probably pretty good. Now, a couple key pieces about this and tips and tricks here. Again, solo lane frontliner, gonna give you a bunch of additional things. The ability to protect your attackers or damage dealers, even better. Kind of similar to Financier Cookie. Something else that you can keep in mind there, except this is a super epic as well. And then on top of that, the reflect damage is a little bit unique. Also different, so don't forget that coral armor reflects 30% of incoming damage and damage resist, which is a lot. So the more you can buff the water type damage, this is even going to be even better. So all very, very important things. So what does that mean in terms of Beascuits? Let's check it out. A couple things here on this one. Make sure you get that legendary hard Beascuit. Gonna be very, very important. Getting the attack and HP up to level 20, very, very important. Now, a couple things here. Obviously, you can attune and reset as well. I like to hoard because I got lots of crystals. So anyway, and we don't talk about those. When it comes to what matters, this is what matters in the bonus effects. Again, things that I like. I've done damage resist on this. It's actually worked out, damage resist bypass actually worked out really nice. Getting damage resist, because this is going to be your defense cookie, is very, very key. The attack is also really nice. Cooldown is really nice. Again, if we're fully focused on survivability though, and as a tank, defense, HP, and damage resist are going to be your keys. Now, we do know that this cookie is not most likely going to be knocked back, taken down early and often. So you can start to think about a little bit more of attack strategy and that damage resist bypass as kind of a workaround to help you early execute and take down your opponents if you're running PvP as an option. So I wanted to give you that tip and trick there as you consider the build out, because it's holistic when it comes to Beascuits and toppings in order to be successful here with your cookies. So those are all key pieces that you can keep in mind. All right, next, toppings. What matters about toppings? First and foremost, you definitely want to be on Resonant. Yes, this cookie is so good. Absolutely use your Resonant here. Couple things about this one. Again, you can be on that damage resist on the survivability mode. That is key. You could also consider that attack because, again, if it doesn't die right away, you can kind of move into that mode again for PvP. If you're on PvE and some of the harder mode stuff, master, all that thing, all those things, you might want to consider survivability. However, our recommendation is certainly solid almond. If you're not going solid almond here, again, holistically, or if you do, think about how you're going to line up your Beascuits. What this is going to give you is this. You're going to get attack, you're going to get crit, you're going to get damage resist, attack speed, cooldown, crit resist. Again, you can blend them. You don't have to have all resonant, but the things here are certainly, I would focus on damage resist, cooldown, probably attack is my 3 on these ones, given everything else that we talked about. Now, if you go outside that, other considerations for solid almond would be HP, defense, and those kinds of things on the survivability, and help you kind of get through in terms of tweaking your cookie. All right, here's where we're at. All the things that you can think about, certainly always tweaks that we can do. We have the perfection pieces for toppings and Beascuits down below for you to check out if you're curious on what it takes to have a perfect topping, perfect Beascuit, and ultimately a perfect cookie. All right, there you go. That is the toppings of choice for us. Let's go ahead and take a run here. 829. I love doing these things. You can check out our toppings guide for Stardust and a host of other cookies down below, because we do have our awesome playlist. All right, do you think Crimson Coral can make it all the way through? We're going to find out right now in dark mode. Now, as we run this, we got swag and merch available to you. Thank you for your support as always. And watch how much damage this cookie does, by the way. The move sets, all that kind of stuff. Look at this. So much. That is actually why I like the damage resist bypass on this cookie. Because look at that. Crushes, my friends. Absolutely crushes. And we've done it a few times. If you've watched my Zoomer guide, actually, when we called it the off meta list, because it wasn't White Lily, all those things. Crimson Coral hits so hard. I ran a damage resist bypass in that. We might run into a problem here, though. Stun lock. There we go. All right. It's getting worried. Getting worried for me. Getting worried for you. But you know what? Good news is you don't need to worry. All right. Look at that. Holy moly. 450,000 damage.
This victory shall be remembered for centuries to come.
It will, Crimson Coral. All right. So there, my friends, we have it. And we'll conclude today's episode here and topping and Beascuit guide for you. They did for Crimson Coral Cookie here. Now, if you still have questions or comments, let me know, because I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to join us in the Discord server. We broke down Crimson Coral Cookie, the Beascuits, the toppings, the choices, kind of the key tips and tricks to consider for this particular cookie, moveset, all that fun stuff, and holistically how to think about it. On top of that, no pun intended, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. If you got a question, comment, we talked about that, hit me up, as well as appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community here, and thank you to all of our members. I truly appreciate it. Memberships are available to you down below, and great ways to stay connected and in the know with our socials. As I say, at me, chat me. As always, we have affiliate links, other great ways to support. Memberships, like I said, do give you priority access, response, those kinds of things, along with emotes and icons. Whew. Long run. Nonetheless, here it is today. Crimson Coral Cookie underway. And with that, this is a great one here for you to invest in. Don't forget it. Keep on running, my friends. We'll see you again soon. Take care.